A retired City of Penticton engineer left the Penticton courthouse this morning charged in what was probably the most violent day this city has ever seen.
I can also confirm that there were 2 male victims and 2 female victims in their 60s and 70s, and that the BC Coroner Service is currently conducting death investigations for each of them.
I'm here at the corner of Heels Avenue and Lakeview Street in Penticton, and this is where things began yesterday morning at 10:30 with a call that a man had been shot to death. Well, as they started that investigation, in came a second call to Cornwall Drive, where there were shootings in 2 separate residences with 3 more fatalities.
I took my son to daycare, and then when I realized all the police that I'd passed taking him to daycare, I dropped him off, and then I came back to see what was going on, and then they had blocked off the street here, obviously, and I had to come up the other way, and then and I saw my neighbor, and who was out gardening at the time when it was happening, and heard the shots and seen the guy take off, and so I just kind of hung around.
Unsettling, right?
Yeah, it was, and not knowing if he was caught yet or whoever is doing this, what was going on. So
the police issued a public notice for people to take shelter over a wide area of Penticton while they searched for a suspect. But shortly thereafter, a man turned himself in to the Penticton RCMP detachment, claiming he was their suspect. The RCMP have arrested John Brittain, 68-year-old John Brittain, who is charged with 1 count of second-degree murder and 3 counts of first-degree murder. They say their investigation is now trying to determine a motive in the case.
Our preliminary investigation has determined that the accused and each of the victims were known to each other. The question of motive remains under investigation.
You say you got to know him better after he retired. What was the nature of your relationship?
His wife and John, they were always involved in municipal things that were happening around the community, and I would go to socials and they would be there, or and during the election they were very supportive of me during the election. And
there was never anything in his behavior or comments made that would foreshadow any sort of violence?
Absolutely not. Nothing at all. I've never known him to raise his voice or be mean to anyone or anything like that. He was a gentle person that wouldn't hurt a fly.
They're not identifying the relationship between the victims and John Brittain, nor are they releasing the names of those victims. Their families have requested anonymity. Brittain has been remanded in custody and will be back in court May the 8th. In Penticton, this is Kent Mulgat reporting for Now Media.